What does Gandhi mean when he says our whole aim is a vision for God? Good morning. My name is Father Frank Buckley. Delighted to be your host for our morning meditation group, Flourishing During Times of Uncertainty. I apologize, I'm starting a little late, a couple computer glitches, but it looks like we are good to go. I see people are in the room. So, happy Monday. If you're new to the program, this is a three-part program. We always begin with a little inspiration. Recently, we've been drawing from Father DeMello's book on the Ignatian exercises, namely seeking God everywhere. What a perfect way to journey to Easter. The second part of the program, which is very helpful in the middle of a pandemic, is to have a morning practice. So, this is where we give the first 20 minutes of our day to God and then just allow the rest of the day unfold as she will as we start the day with a contemplative practice. And as always, we end with a little Jesuit examine. On Mondays, we just look over the weekend and notice where God came alive for us in our everyday, ordinary lives. If you're new on Monday, welcome. The meditation part, if you've never meditated before, as Father Thomas Keating says, it's almost too good to be true. We just sit down and give the 20 minutes to God. I'll do a little guided meditation to get us into it, and then we will engage our sacred word, any word that has meaning and purpose to you, love, Jesus, Mary, kindness, peace, whatever you'd like. Repeat it 4 or 5 times, drop down, and enjoy a little deep rest. The second part of I'm sorry, the second part is if you're human, certainly thoughts will come up again. And when they do, we just simply go back to our sacred word, repeat it 4 or 5 times, drop down, and enjoy a little deep rest. So let's get going this morning with our inspiration. It's titled by Father DeMello, Gandhi's Vision. Gandhi made a statement along this line, and no one can accuse him of not being involved in the modern world. Man's ultimate aim, said Gandhi, is the realization that all his activities, social, political, religious, have to be guided to the ultimate aim of the vision of God. The immediate service of all human beings becomes a necessary part of that endeavor simply because the only way to find God is seeing him in his creation and to be one with him. Gandhi is speaking exactly the same language of Ignatius. We are all created for the vision of God. Everything else is geared to attaining this. So Gandhi continues, I must serve my fellow men and become one with them. If I could persuade myself that I could find him in a Himalayan cave, I would proceed there immediately, but I know that I cannot find him apart from humanity. Both things were very clear in his mind, naming his first and overriding loyalty was to the absolute. The purpose of identifying with humanity is to find God even though humanity is not God. What clarity of vision Gandhi had. Jesus' clarity of vision led to his Father, and he had come here on earth for one reason, to take us to the Father with him. In another place, Gandhi said, truth is God, nothing more, nothing less. Nothing, and so no one else is. Everything else is illusion. Wife, children, friends, possession, all must be held subject to truth. Each one should be sacrificed in search of God. He could not be more brutal in saying these things. Gandhi also asserted, I am a humble seeker after truth. I am impatient to realize myself, to attain moksha, to attain freedom in this very existence. My national service is part of my training for moksha. Thus considered, my service may be regarded as pure selfishness, since I have no desire for the perishable things of this earth. I am striving for the kingdom of heaven, which is freedom. This man was a spiritual giant in his own right. Those who read his writings, quite apart from his politics, have found that they really have the ring of truth, of real experience. I sometimes disagree with him, but very respectfully. When I disagree, I still realize that what he says has the ring of experience and the genuineness of one who has sensed this. All who have discovered the Absolute, who are in love with the Absolute, are firmly convinced that human life is just for this. And apart from this, it has no meaning at all. I know no better way to come in contact with that vision of God than through a contemplative practice. So at this point in our morning practice, I invite you to take your shoes off and get comfortable. The lights are already lowered. I'm going to get the bell. This would be time to unplug so we can flourish. I will set the timer for 20 minutes so you don't even have to worry about that. We'll ring the bell to get us started. We'll do a little guided meditation. Then we'll enjoy the miracle of our own breath. And I'll ring the bell at the end of 20 minutes. Let's begin. I invite you to lower or close the eyes, whatever feels safe to you. Turn the gaze inward and let's listen. Listen, listen. The sound of this beautiful bell returns us to our true home. As always, in the middle of a pandemic, it's easy to lose our footing. So we begin with a little grounding exercise called diaphragmatic breathing, just to settle in. Breathing deeply as possible in through the nose, out through the mouth, all the way into the lower belly. Together as a community, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Give it all you got, bringing fresh oxygen to the brain and the body. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Continue to breathe on your own. Take the attention to the body. We always start with the feet. Feel the feet pressed onto the green earth and just notice any sensations in the body. Moving up the body, we arrive at the cushion or chair, providing support. We all need support during this time. Let's just reflect on over the weekend where we experienced a little support and just lean into it. Moving up the body, we arrive at the shoulders, a place that can sometimes hold stress or tension. Anything we've been holding on to this weekend that's not serving us, just let it go. Let it slide off the shoulders and let the earth, our mother, receive it. Relax, restore, and renew. Moving towards the front of the body, we arrive at the heart. The one thing we're missing in this pandemic is a sense of touch. I invite you to take the hands to the heart, cultivating an attitude of gratitude to begin the week. We focus on something this morning for which we're grateful and just name it in one word. Gently place that word next to the heart, and as a community, together, let's breathe into that gratitude. Inhale and exhale. Release the hands and just notice what you feel. Finally, we focus on an intention for our morning practice. St. Ignatius invites us to ask God for what we most deeply desire, being courageous enough this morning to ask God for something great and beautiful as we begin this week. And we'll seal that intention with an inhale and exhale. Continue to breathe on your own. Take the attention to the sounds around you. Notice the breath and enjoy the miracle of a contemplative practice. Please continue. Gently bring your attention back to the room. If the eyes were closed, go ahead, open the eyes. Let's circle the wrists. Other way. Healthy spine, healthy body. Let's get the week started with a little spine stretching. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, tip to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right. Back to center. Little back bend. Opening the heart. Round the back. Pull the belly button in. Forward fold. Inhale, big Monday morning stretch. Exhale, release. Shake out anything you've been holding on to. If the mind won't let it go, sometimes the body will. And happy Monday. If you're new, welcome. Jump in that comment box. Tell us where you're from. If you're part of the Comunidad, simply tell us where God came alive for you this week. So wonderful to be with you on this sunny morning in Hollywood. Let's begin. just where we found God. And for me, over the weekend, Eleanor and I are doing a workshop with Richard Rohr, 15 weeks. So I started reading the book Breathing Underwater, chapters 1 and 2, on powerlessness and restored to sanity, and really am loving the book. Eleanor, this is a conversation for later. I wish there was a Zoom with Richard Rohr. I was hoping we would get to know him more, but it's all technology. The story of my life. And most of us was Zoom during the pandemic. But anyway, so far so good. Secondly, a friend gave me some delicious Japanese green tea, so starting the morning with that. I know Deacon Jeff prefers coffee, but you can't go wrong with green tea. And then last but not least, again, how much do we love Father Anthony DeMello? I think this vision of God that Gandhi talks about, that Ignatius talks about, that DeMello talks about, when we have this vision of God, this focus on God, it deepens our contemplative practice. And on a good day, we actually have the opportunity to even touch the heart of God. What a beautiful way to begin our Monday and the week. Thank you for tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a beautiful start of the week. God bless you. All right, let's go.